and we are live. So,
All
hello
right.
and welcome to today's live interview where I'm going to be interviewing Oddheader. Go ahead and say hello and give us an introduction of yourself as well.
Hey everyone, I'm oddheader. I run a YouTube about crazy table topics. I guess I'm not even sure really how to classify the whole thing. It's kind of just stuff I like, I guess.
To be honest, I'd call your channel like a video game top 10 list channel.
It is definitely a list channel for sure. It's a list channel,
you know,
um, and I guess it mainly does like cut content and Easter eggs. I guess is the main thing.
I used to have a channel like yours, Randall. Randall's his name, by the way, just so no one gets confused.
That is my actual name. Yes,
Yes, a
like
Wipeout
the
Gamer
character
25.
from like the character from Monsters Inc. As you said before we started.
Yes, the very epic character.
That's the go-to example when people think of Randall.
I mean, like I said before, you told me about the guy from Recess,
Yeah,
dude.
Recess. Yeah,
That's
I don't
the
really
only
like to bring
Randall.
up that guy because he's
He's an
kind of an
asshole.
asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a dickhead.
So is the
Fuck him.
Monsters Inc. guy.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true. He is a fuckhead too.
yeah, he's an asshole too. So
Yeah.
there's not a lot of good Randalls out there.
Damn. Well, hopefully you're a good Randall. I'm sure you are. I'm sure
I'm
you
here
are.
to change that. That's my mission.
Set a good precedence for all the Randalls out there in the world.
Oh man, if you Google my name on Google, the images that come up, it's just like, oh my god, it's just cringe. It's mainly mugshots.
Oh God, yeah, that's not good. Best you
Yeah,
you don't say your last name here as well.
exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna reveal that.
Yeah,
So
don't dox yourself like that, Randall.
yeah, I don't want to be associated with those guys.
Oh yeah, what are they in jail for? Like murder, rape, or something like that?
Oh man, I mean, I'm not trying to be down on them or anything. Not on the entirety of rednecks, but like they're mainly redneck dudes that
Oh
have
God.
drug charges.
Oh yikes. Yeah, they're naughty boys that need spankings from their
Yeah,
mamas.
just every single one of them possession of this, possession of that.
Damn. There's no good Randalls out there, just you, it seems.
There's a lot of these guys with my name in my area. I guess we all kind of come from the
Oh.
same origins, and a lot of them just can't act right. I don't know why.
Oh, in your area, that makes it even worse.
Yeah, they're like in the like tri-state-ish area. Like I'd say like within 200 miles, there's a bunch of us.
Oh
I'm not
shit.
sure why. There's like at least like 10 or 15 of us, it seems, that I know
Well, as long as they're all locked up, you're good.
of.
And they don't mistake you for one of them. We're good.
Exactly. That's my main fear. You could almost say that's what drove me to the channel a little bit. Is a few months ago I googled my name and I was like, oh no, I have to publicly change my image. My name cannot be associated with this.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be associating yourself with those naughty boys, but oh, we got something. Oh, thank you for the sub, Wipeout Gamer 25. I appreciate it, man. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
nice. He's a good dude. He's uh he's one of my guys. I'm just now looking at the
Chat.
at your link now. Yeah, I'm just now looking at the chat.
Oh yeah, I mean with an epic username like that, he must be a great fella.
He's
That's
a
a
big
really
Wipeout fan, which I love Wipeout.
yeah, that was a good show. I liked the video
No,
game.
not yeah, the video game, not the show.
Oh, okay.
The show's good if you want to watch people getting hurt for fun,
Yeah.
but the game is good if you want to like play some awesome ass racing futuristic. I don't know, trance like. I don't know. That game's awesome. Agreed. But Star Lord agreed with me, so I'm good.
Good. And thank you for the sub, new player. I appreciate it, man. Sorry it took me a while to get to you. I didn't want to cut Randall off here. Yeah, but I think I played a Wipeout video game on my phone or tablet a few years ago, and I liked it.
There's the there's the new Wipeout that was re-released on PS4 that I got,
Oh,
and I
nice.
loved it. I love it. I recommend everybody pick that up.
I don't
It has
really,
like the last 3 games in one.
I don't really have a console, so you know.
Yeah, I think Sony owns it, so I don't think it's really anywhere else. I don't think. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I mean, I like the show too, though. I won't lie. A few years ago, I liked it.
Yeah, I remember watching it a few years ago, during the summer, and I had nothing to do.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I
Yeah, it
mean,
was it was good background material.
yeah, it's just big fat gentlemen jumping onto like big balls. Oh,
Just
that sounds
watching
really
like
weird. Okay. I phrased that really weird. Oh my god.
just falling face first into balls, basically, is what it was.
Yeah, that's the best way to explain it.
I mean, that's essentially the show.
Yeah.
Oh, the show is what he meant. He says in his name. Well, that's weird. When he joined, I was like, "Oh yeah, I love Wipeout," but I was not talking about the show. So, all
Still
right.
waiting for Wipeout for Nintendo Switch. Oh my fucking god, it's coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Now that's epic.
I do remember Airblade. Airblade was a cool game. Is it really coming out for Nintendo Switch?
I don't know what that game is. Airblade, what's that?
Airblade was a Tony Hawk knockoff, but it was with hoverboards instead of skateboards.
That sounds epic.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was like I think it was right before Tony Hawk 3 or maybe even the same time. And it followed that like same formula of where you had like 10 goals to do in a level and you just did them. Knock people off of telephone poles and that kind of thing.
Right.
Completely arbitrary, like there's no point to anything you were doing. You're just on a hoverboard and you're just destroying the environment,
Yeah.
which was awesome. That's all you want as a kid.
You could do that in real life too with those like hoverboards, quote unquote hoverboards. I'm sure. The little
Yeah,
things you
it's not
put
the
your.
same. It's not the same thing. Not the same kind of hoverboard.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
We don't.
thinking like Back to the Future hoverboard. When I seriously heard there were hoverboards coming out, I for real thought we were talking about Back to the Future's hoverboard. Like it
No,
was Wiz Khalifa's blew up or something in an airport, and I was like, he actually had a hoverboard? Are you serious? Like I was freaking out.
we're not
And
there yet, Randall. We're
yeah,
not there
not
yet.
there, not there yet.
Yeah. Hello, Ospedai and Ember Black. How are you guys doing? I feel like there should be some music in the background. Yeah, some people have told me, but like, I don't know. I feel like music takes away from the actual like chat we're
Interview.
having. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't fit well with me.
It could mess with our sound as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because like one time I listened to an interview with music, and I was literally focusing more on the goddamn music in the background than the interview. So that's
Exactly.
why I don't really add anything to the background. Like I don't add any background music or anything like that.
This guy's saying soft piano, maybe.
Soft
I mean,
piano. That sounds epic.
soft piano probably would be nice. You
Yeah,
like jazz?
I love me some jazz. That's a nice B movie meme.
Yeah, love B movie. I theater hopped to see B movie. Actually, it's the only movie I ever theater hopped to see. I don't remember what the first movie was that I saw, but then we were on our way out, me and a friend, and we saw a B movie right next to us, and we're like, let's do it. We went right in, and I loved the whole thing.
Thank you for the sub, Bob. Something I appreciate, man. Shampy sounds like PD from Steven Universe. Not gonna lie, I don't watch Steven Universe. I don't know who PD is.
I've
So
never seen it. I've never seen it at all. But that's Fluff Ray.
sorry.
She does all the artwork on the channel. Oh, and there's my dad. Which maybe I
Ooh.
shouldn't have said that because now our last name's revealed.
Randy.
Oh well. Yeah.
Oh my God, is that actually your father?
That is my father, and he said theremin,
That's
which
amazing.
which is an
Hello.
instrument he bought me a few years ago.
That's amazing.
Um,
Hello, Mr. Rigdon. Is that how you pronounce it?
no, Rigdon.
Rigdon. Oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Papa Odd.
Papa Odd. Yeah, Papa Odd. How you doing? How you
Papa Odd.
doing? Nice to
Nice.
see
I
you
didn't
here.
know he had an account.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for tuning in, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it, sir. I hope you enjoy me speaking to your son. He's a very nice man. Okay. Yeah, but let's actually get into the questions, Randall.
Yeah, I don't think we've done anything yet.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to ask my first question here. So, The first question that I had for you here is, when did you start YouTube, Randall?
Uh, okay, so if you look on my channel, it says I actually started it like in 2011, but
Right.
I didn't have anything like worth watching on there until November. I think no, it wasn't even November. I think the earliest video is February that I have on there now. Before I had those videos, it was like a bunch of like school projects and essays, and I had one clip of a game called Bound that was on PS4, and I had the alternate ending of that game. That's a really awesome game. Me and my roommate were playing Bound a couple years ago. I think it came out like 2 years ago on PS4, and that was just like a huge sleeper hit, and we were just playing the hell out of that game the day it came out. I think we beat it like 3 times that day, and then there was like a secret ending in there, so I quickly uploaded that to YouTube, and I said to him, I was like, if this game ever becomes free, I'm going to get a ton of views on that video. And sure enough, the very next year Sony made a free game, and that video instantly got like 10,000 views like in one
Nice.
day. So,
Nice.
but I was I've been working for a while at this home service company, this educational home service company where I make like educational videos. And my boss is like a YouTube pro. Like he's seen a lot of success on YouTube in his day, like since the platform started. And he's just making videos about bricks and this and that. But he's a lot older now. He should be retired. He's not retired. But I he basically brought me on as his YouTube manager, his media manager. I'm just making all these videos about bricks, banging my head against the wall because it's so damn boring. Um, but he makes fairly good money at it. So, and I've also been in this band for a long time, Dark Color, and we've always been trying to get that off the ground. Me and my roommate. So with my roommate last year, I was like, dude, if we want some extra money to like make a music video or something, let's just like go on YouTube and just like try to do stuff that might work, you know what I mean, that people might like.
Right.
And we did not start at all doing what I'm doing now. We started with some pretty dumb stuff. We mainly were doing like gear reviews, which it was like we weren't really explaining the products at all. We were more just trying to make each other laugh.
Right.
Um, so that was mainly what those videos were. It was just like us cracking up the whole time, doing like these inside jokes while trying to explain how like a pedal worked or something. And we ended up taking all that down. So then I was like, all right, let's try to do how-to videos. So for a brief period, I was doing like, this is how to fix your PlayStation controller. This is how to fix your this is how to emulate games on your MacBook. And some of my early subs might have saw some of that stuff on the channel. Um, but again, it was like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? It was just whatever with this.
Right.
So then I don't know how, but well, I guess I was on Creepy Gaming on the Reddit, and I always liked that community. I always wanted to do something for them, so that's when I was like, let's do maybe a video on creepy games. And then I was talking to my roommate. We were talking about Tony Hawk. We never shut the hell up about Tony Hawk. We love Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I can
So
tell.
yeah, right. So somewhere in our conversations, I was like, I should just make a video where I rank every Tony Hawk game. I was like, I'm the guy to do it. And he was just like, do it, dude, do it. So I was mainly making the videos like for my roommate, kind of, like, cause he became too busy to start doing them. So I was like, I'm gonna just start doing videos that I think are cool, and you can tell me if you think they're cool or not. And I put up some of those videos, and I was totally just messing around. Like I did the first one or the first two, just using my laptop mic, and I got so much shit for that because all of a sudden,
Yeah. It was
all of a sudden
bad.
these
I won't
videos
lie.
started. Yeah, you saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't watch it, to be honest with you, Randall. Like, I clicked on
Really?
it, I'm like, holy shit, no, 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 no. This is too
Yeah,
bad for me. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Well, fortunately, I've been redoing a lot of those. Um, and I think they're a lot better now. But I
Yeah.
was not expecting anybody to watch those at all. And next thing I know, the Tony Hawk one blew up to 200,000 like in 1 week or whatever.
Nice.
So that's basically where I was just like, all right, I think I got a formula. I think this is what I'm going to do now. And that's pretty much what I've been doing since, just trying to top myself in every way that I can.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I used to have like a list channel as well, actually. It was called Top 30s, and we
That's
only
a
did.
lot for a list.
Yeah, I know. I was mental. I was actually insane. Like, I had a problem, Randall. I don't know why I thought top 30s would be a good idea, because that's a shitload to like research and all of that. But I was like, I need to stand out from the crowd, I need to do something that no one has done before. And I don't see people doing top 30 lists, so I was like, you
Yeah,
know
you
what?
see top 10s, you see top 20s, but 30, that's unmarked territory right there.
Exactly, yeah. And I was like, I gotta take advantage of that. And you also see top 15s too. I don't know
Oh, did I
about.
swear? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Bob.
yeah, he said some swear words, but who
Oh,
cares?
man.
Who
Yeah.
cares? I don't really care. I swear a lot.
See, I get a lot of flack too on my channel for censoring my swear words, but I think
Oh,
that's hilarious. And I talk
oh,
about it a lot. I think it's funny. I guess I'll say a big influence for me, and I don't know how many people watch this, was X Play. I love the show X Play. Did you ever see that?
X Play. No, I don't think I did.
Yeah, it was on G4, and Adam Sessler. That dude's hilarious. One of my favorite gaming journalists. But he would do that all the time. He would just like kind of rant and make videos very similar to mine, but he would do the swearing way more, but there would just be like bleeps through it. And I don't know, I thought it was hilarious. He's basically been my main influence on my style of video.
Yeah, I can get that. Like the comedic effect behind censoring the curse words for sure. I mean, to be
I'm
honest,
basically acting like it's a real TV show, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I really wouldn't like. I wouldn't mind if you didn't censor them, to be honest, because I don't really care if someone swears in a video. I mean, unless you're saying like a racial slur in a racist way or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
and I wouldn't
Yeah,
I would never do something like that.
right. I mean, if you're using it in a comedic way, like someone like iDubbbz might, I don't really care. If you
Yeah.
watch iDubbbz or whatnot, or
Yeah,
if
or
you're
like
familiar.
Penguins, like he does great swearing that
Who
I really
does?
appreciate. Penguins?
Penguin. Oh, critical.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's what I'm going by his account name.
Oh, okay, yeah, critical's cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's.
mean, well, he'll go on a large tirade of swear words for some time.
Yeah, he really likes to make like masturbation jokes and all of that.
Yeah, which yeah,
I got a kick out of that. I won't
I
lie.
get a kick out of it as well, but I am a little bit trying to separate myself from that kind of like real edge lord kind of humor.
Yeah.
I mean, part of why I jumped into YouTube a little bit was there was all these controversies going on
Mhm.
with some big guys, and I was like, where's the representation for the guys that stay out of trouble? You know what I mean? Just want to talk about cool stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's kind of been part of my mission. Like I'm on here. I'm gonna try to be as far associated from guys like PewDiePie and Logan Paul as I can.
Right. Yeah.
Even though
That's.
I just dropped their names, so now I just made an association.
Yeah, but like, yeah, that doesn't really matter as long as you're not getting into drama or anything. That's fine.
That's
I
what I
mean,
mean.
I used to be I guess a drama channel because like I said, I would expose people. Uh,
And we've all had our edgy moments too.
I mean, I wasn't really edgy. I was just kind of like exposing people. Like, I wouldn't even like do it unironically or ironically, I mean, it was unironic everything that I do. So yeah, I'm glad I'm done with that. Hey, a massive weeb, how you doing, man? And the next question for you here, Randall, is why'd you start YouTube? Got you into YouTube?
Why did I get into it?
Yeah, yeah. What got you into it?
I guess watching videos like Watch Mojo. I mean, I really like Watch Mojo.
Oh God, there's such a meme though. There's such a meme.
I know they are, but it's great background material, man. I mean,
I guess so.
I learn stuff from it all the time.
I
You
mean,
know,
uh,
top 10 people that managed to get an entire movie shut down or something. And I'll put that on the background and then I'll learn that, Sylvester Stallone did some horse shit in the 80s and now there's not a movie because of it. And I was like, that's pretty interesting. The rest of the video was whatever, but there's one tidbit in there that I really liked. And that was kind of like what I was noticing. Like there was some of these list videos where they were approaching kind of the things that I liked, like video game mysteries and out of bounds kind of things, but they weren't really going into detail about it. They were kind of
right.
just surfacely covering it. So my idea was like, well, I want to see, a certain kind of content, but I'm not going to wait around and see if Watch Mojo does it. I'll just try to do it myself, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like Wipeout Gamer 25 has just said, like, Watch Mojo makes videos like top 10 anime characters who finally got laid, top 10 anime betrayals. Like, who gives a shit? No one. Like, why are you making this? That's
I
my thing with Watch Mojo. They make stupid ass videos sometimes. Don't you think?
No, you're absolutely right. I actually heard that Watch Mojo did start as pretty much one dude making gaming videos back in like 2005.
Really, I didn't know that actually.
I'm pretty sure the history is something like that. It was him and maybe a couple other people, but he was like, I want to make list videos for gamers that gamers would actually like. And
Yeah,
obviously, it's such a different thing now. It's become this whole nother monster. But that was like a part of what I was thinking about, where I was thinking like that is a good concept. List videos are something that everybody likes, and gaming has a lot of content that would be kind of sensational for a list video, but not a lot of people are covering it. I guess that's more my thing too. Like I'm not necessarily covering a lot of new stuff. A fair
mm-hmm.
amount of it is like in the Tony Hawk Secrets video, the 100 things. A lot of that never had been covered, but a lot of things that I cover are actually out there on the internet. But it's all like on archive sites or they're in these encyclopedias, these wikis that you have to really dig for, and nobody's like documenting it in a way and like explaining it and providing a commentary that the masses out there could really take it in and enjoy it. That's really more what I'm doing. I guess I'm like a curator more than anything else. I'm
Right,
just kind of picking pieces of content from here and picking pieces there and just trying to like put something together that will entertain you and make you laugh, trying to put a spin. Because I guess another thing, I used to be a big video game glitcher. Like in Halo 2, my name used to be Boneho Chain. Which don't ask. I mean, no,
Boneho Chain.
that was a martial artist character that came up when I was 8 years old,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah. So when I was 13, um, I used to be one of those guys on this site called High Impact Halo, and I was finding glitches and discoveries and stuff like that all the time. Um, and they would get really popular. Like
Right,
I had one trick I did that got like 100,000 views back then in like 2004 or 2005, and that meant nothing back then because you didn't have YouTube, you didn't have nothing. It was just I just had the 100,000 views, and that was cool. So when I was trying to do this again with the YouTube, I kept trying to think like I got to somehow like capitalize on glitches, do that kind of thing again.
right,
But there's this guy General Kid on YouTube, and he's pretty much covered, in my opinion, everything there is about Halo. Even though I'm going to try to get into it a little more. So right off the bat, I was like, I can't do Halo. I got to do something that's similarly popular that has a lot of glitches and content in it that I know of, And once again, it comes down to Tony Hawk. I was like, I think Tony Hawk is it. You know, I did the searches on YouTube. It's like Tony Hawk is still hot. Everybody's still pissed over Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. That was such a colossal flop for gaming, and I'm still upset about it. So to me, I was like, that's it. That's what I'm going to go after, and that's what I've started with. And now I'm really trying to branch out to other things. I just
Yeah.
have lists of ideas that I'm just kind of diving through.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Watch Mojo. There was a shooting at a gay nightclub like 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
the day after, they made a top 10 list video on that shooting, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, this is not okay.
What?
Yeah, yeah, like really
Well,
fucked
how
up
could you
shit.
make a top 10 list out of that?
I have no idea. I don't even know. Watch Mojo's mental. Like, they've lost it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that happens when you're like in this rhythm of trying to produce content every single day,
I
like
know,
they
but
do.
that's just a poor topic choice, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, God.
That is pretty damn terrible.
Yeah, like the timing it makes it even worse. Like, it adds insult to injury. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking there.
God, yeah, I know. I don't know. I just think they're at times a bit of a scummy YouTube channel. But
I totally agree. Like, I guess I mainly just watch their celebrity stuff. It's
right.
just like seeing like the stupid things that celebrities have done. I guess kind of like your drama alert channel you kind of had.
Oh,
That
I
wasn't
mean,
celebrities, was that? That was what was
Drama
that?
Alert, Keemstar's YouTube channel is just a YouTube drama.
Hey, I mean it's good. It's good content. I mean we watch it, do we not?
Yeah, I mean, I like Keem. I like his shit. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. I've kind of like fell out of watching Drama Alert. I won't lie, but yeah, I like it. I mean,
Yeah, the only thing I really see the drama nowadays is the Philip DeFranco, which I just can't even avoid his videos in my feed.
yeah, I don't really care for Philip the fuck ass. I like to
Oh,
call him.
really?
Yeah, no, I don't really care about him. Scarce is cool though. I like Scarce as well if you know him.
What about H3H3?
Oh man, I used to like them a lot like 2 years ago, but now I don't know. They've gone down in quality a whole
I
lot, in
feel the
my
same
opinion.
way. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was really into him when he first started. And
yeah,
now I feel he's kind of the same way with everyone else we're talking about. Like I don't know, just trying to keep up so much with like the news and the day to day, and it just kind of becomes clickbaity, and he's not adding a lot of commentary anymore. I liked
yeah,
it when he was doing like reaction videos. You know,
yeah.
he would
Same.
watch, yeah, he would watch something, then he would be hilarious about it for a good 30 minutes. Now he just has to comment about everything that's happening today, and he doesn't always have great things to say. I feel
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree.
he's more of the scripted guy almost.
I mean, I think his best video, in my opinion, is Vape Nation. I love that video. I thought that video was really good.
I like the one where he watches the like hiring recruitment thing for, was it Game Crazy, I think.
Ooh, I
It
think
was
I'm familiar with the one you're talking about, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, there's a good recruitment video for one of those old video game stores that's defunct now, like Game Crazy, I think it was. And he he really goes to town on that recruitment video. It's great.
Yeah, it used to be really good, but like they don't really focus on the H3H3 channel anymore. They're more focused on like the podcast now and all that. And I don't really care for the podcast, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. That
So
seems to be the only time I ever see him anymore is him promoting that podcast.
podcast, yeah. Yeah, I
I
mean
hope this
he
doesn't like somehow get to him and he's like, "Man, screw you, oddheader. That's bullshit." You know.
I highly doubt it, Randall. I think we're safe. I think we're safe.
Yeah, I think we are too.
However, Ethan Klein, if you're listening, you need it to come on the podcast. You
Did you
need to
ask
come
him?
on my show, Ethan Klein. I have, yeah, like on. I sent him an email when I started doing this, but I got no reply as expected.
Oh, I'm sure he gets so many requests every day.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure, absolutely. I mean, I totally understand. Someone with 5 million subscribers, I highly doubt they're gonna answer my my email. I mean, that
I saw him do the commentary on a Did You Know Gaming video, which that kind of surprised me.
on a what? Sorry,
A Did You Know Gaming video?
Did you know gaming video? I'm not too familiar with who that is. Who's Did you know? Or
Did You Know
what?
Gaming's a really cool channel. It's just like a video game trivia channel. They're really
Yeah,
cool.
I
Yeah.
genuinely don't know this channel. Did you
Oh, you
know?
should.
Hmm.
They're one of the tops, but it's like a collective. It's not like one dude or anything.
Yeah, people are really saying I sound like the Steven Universe character. I have to
Yeah, no,
check
they're
that out.
all going on about that. All right, I guess we got to click this.
Oh, yeah, I can listen to it now on stream. Why not?
What is this?
Oh my god. You-
This is some screamer thing.
Troy? Troy, I think you're the one that put that link in. You absolute piece of shit. You actually. Oh my god. No. Fuck you, Croy. Fuck you. Actually. Yeah. Oh my god.
All right, I'm watching this thing now.
Use the actual menu.
Oh,
Is,
that was like 2 seconds long.
is that the Steven Universe character?
I think it is.
Steven, I take my job seriously. Please use the actual menu.
I see it a little bit. I see
yeah,
it a little bit.
I
I
see
think
it.
it's a little more exaggerated.
Yeah, I see a tiny little bit of like similarity, but
I think a little bit in the pitch of it. But
yeah, the pitch.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I don't sound like him that much.
No, not
But-
exactly.
But Croy,
that guy sounded like a full-on stereotype.
yeah, but Croy, fuck yourself for that one. Fuck yourself. Actually, I'm actually considering removing your moderator after that one. But since I'm a nice fella, I won't.
I thought that was your mod. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's my friend. That's my in real life friend Croy, being a dickhead.
And he's trolling us over here.
And he's fucking he does this every time. He'll just go into my streams and troll me. That's all he'll do. Croy, look, I forgive you. I forgive you, but don't pull that shit again. I genuinely thought that was gonna be linked to PD, not to Jeff the Killer.
I did as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Fortunately, I had my sound off, so it didn't.
oh no,
Yeah,
I
saw
had
the
my
picture.
sound on, so I did hear it. It wasn't very loud though. I had it down.
Who you guys talking about banning? You guys are telling me to ban somebody or something. Is this
I
on
don't
my
know.
server? Or is this happening here?
I don't know. I think they want me to ban Croy.
Oh, they want. Okay, they want you to ban the mod.
To ban the mod, yeah. Yeah, but anyways, Rando, enough of that, I guess, cause you know, this is what happens when I trust my in real life friends.
You
They
can
do
never
this kinda
trust the
shit to
in real
me.
life ones.
Yeah,
Those are the ones you can trust the least.
yeah.
The people you meet on the internet that you don't know, those are the ones you can trust.
Exactly. Yeah, so I can trust you, Randall, but I can't trust Croy.
That's a good way to go by.
Yeah, but anyways, Randall, the next question that I had for you here was, have you had any channels prior to the one that you have now, or not really?
Yeah, I have actually. A couple. I don't know how much I want to talk about them though.
That's fair enough. That's fair
No,
enough. But
I'll talk about.
yeah, just briefly, just briefly.
I have one under dark color. So if you were to search dark color, which is my band's
Band, yeah.
YouTube, I run that. So there's that. There's another one too out there under my name, my old Halo name, Boneho Chain. I think it's somewhere out there. And that one just has a clip of Everybody Loves Raymond. And it's and it's an outtake from the show. And that one has like 700,000 views, I think.
Mhm.
But
Nice.
I forgot the login to that account. So
Damn.
not that I could even do anything with it anyway. It's not my show. You know what I mean? It's not something I own.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
not. It's, it's up there. I thought it was a funny clip when I was like 13, and apparently 700,000 other people thought the same. So.
Hey, that's so good. It wasn't monetized though, I assume.
No, it wasn't. Oh, there is another video on there too of Tony Hawk glitches. So.
And how many views does that one have?
You know what? I'm gonna try to find this.
Bluff Rave said Champy sounds like a guy selling tater tots in Beach City. I don't know what
you know what? I
tater
was thinking
tots
that
are.
same exact thing when I joined this voice chat.
I
I was
don't
like,
know.
this is the dude who sells tater tots in Beach City.
Who is this man? Who is this man? Randall? Tater tots.
Okay, I found the video. This one only has 8,000 views essentially. Here, I'll put it in the chat, I guess.
Alrighty.
If you guys want to look at my first Tony Hawk glitch video.
A deep fried grated potato. That's what a tater tot is?
Oh, you can't post links? It's telling me I can't
Send me the link on Discord, Rando, and I'll toss it in there.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, man.
Send it to you.
Project 8 Glitcherama. Bone Ho Chain. Okay.
That's the one.
That's really epic. Oh no,
That's the one.
I almost sent the link to the stream for a second.
And then I had a video of my dad. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not. But I had a video of him on a vine that broke while he was swinging on it.
Oh, yikes. Is he okay? Was he okay from that?
Oh, yeah, he was fine.
Oh, okay.
It actually ended up on TV.
Oh, nice. On what show?
It was on the Travel Network. It was on Funniest Travel Clips.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Just embarrassed in front of a whole audience.
Essentially, they owned him pretty hard on the show. It was hilarious.
They roasted his ass?
Yeah, they really did. I loved every second.
Poor guy.
I found it.
Poor guy. I feel bad for your father.
Actually, let me look at this channel before I share it. Make sure there's nothing really that dumb on here.
He must be scarred for life, Randall, though.
No, there's nothing that dumb on here. There's also a short film on here I did in college, which you guys can check out if you really want to.
Vine swing fail. I don't know why. When I first heard you say Vine, I thought you were going to talk about the app Vine.
Oh, like the app? No, this
yeah.
This is a literal vine that he was swinging on. Yeah, so so basically, if you look at the clip, there was basically this vine at the natural bridge that we were at, and we were all swinging on it. And then my dad comes up to it, and he's like, "Let me show you how it's done." And so if you watch where the clip starts, he's standing on that little rock bridge there.
Yeah.
And you just see where it went. It breaks right under him. And what I loved in the travel clip show that they were making fun of him for is they said as soon as he hit the ground, he got right back up trying to act like nothing happened. Which he totally did. He tried to play it off like that was nothing. Meanwhile, everybody was like worried he was dead, that he hit his head on a rock or something.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Did he hurt himself real bad, or was he okay?
I think he was actually totally fine because he landed on his back and he kind of slid down the hill a little bit.
Oh. But, like, the emotional pain is there for sure.
That's going to stick with him for life. Because we really did not let him live that down. And then when it went on the TV show and he got nationally destroyed, I don't know how he recovered from that, honestly.
I mean, in today's, media, you could have sent it to, like, Rice Gum and been like, can you make a diss track on my dad?
You know what's funny? They took that clip and they put it on TV.
Yeah.
And my dad doesn't know this, but they actually sent me a $200 check for it.
Ooh, nice. And you
Yeah.
kept it and
So,
didn't tell him
yeah.
about
So
it.
yeah. Hey, I put it up there. So
Well, at least you're confessing now.
I'm confessing now. If he wants that $200 back, he'll get it back in the future when I can afford to give it back to him. But I put that up there, and then literally like a couple months later, this other TV person hit me up and said that they wanted to buy the entire rights to the clip, for perpetuality, and they too offered me $200. So I
They
was
gotta
like,
offer something more than that. Come on now.
exactly. That's what I said. I was like, well, I got $200 to air it once on TV. So if you're gonna give me $200 to own it forever, I was like, I don't think that's fair at all. And then like the person replied, and they were like, well, I think I might have actually helped get that on TV the first time. I'm like, okay, what does that matter? What does that have to do with anything? And that's pretty much where the conversation ended. So
Yeah, you should have just been like, look, if you give me 10 grand, I'll consider it.
exactly.
Or
I mean, that's a $1 million clip right there.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet. I gotta watch it like after the interview and then give you my thoughts on it.
Well, unfortunately, at this point, it's probably very talked up. By the time you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, people are saying it's really shitty quality.
Oh, it is. I mean, guys, you got to think this is like 2001. I think when I filmed this
Holy
thing.
shit!
Yeah, this is a year after you were born, I think.
No, I was born in 2002. So.
Oh, okay. So a year before you were born.
Before I was born, yeah. Wow, that's mental.
Yeah,
I
it goes
mean,
way back.
your dad should definitely like look into being a vine swinger or something like that, like Tarzan.
I think that's a lost dream at this point.
Did your father break it because he's a hefty boy, or what happened there?
No, not at all. If you look, I mean, he has a very similar build. It's mainly that, I mean, we had more footage, but we didn't put it up. But like this vine was just dangling a little bit offside the trail. So the kids would grab a hold of it, and we would swing like a foot off of the trail where there's like a little bit of a downhill. So like we would be suspended over like a few feet in the air for like 5 seconds. You know what I mean? And then my dad comes over and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to show you how it's done." And he grabs this vine and he props himself like 20 feet away on top of this brick wall. He just set himself up for failure like a million times. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's no way that was going to end good.
yeah.
So it's really, it's not like, oh, how did he not see that coming? He definitely should have saw that coming. I think everybody was telling him not to do it at the time.
Hey
So that's
man,
in a way, it's kind of funny in that sense where you just get to be like, oh well, that's what you get.
your dad's a risk taker. I can definitely appreciate that.
No, he absolutely is.
Mine is too. So we have similar fathers.
That's awesome. He's
That's
definitely left a mark on my life, as I would hope most fathers would.
Yeah, same for me. Yeah, but I mean, my dad is a hefty man, so he would like instantly just kill the vine.
He probably wouldn't have attempted it either. I think that's another key to this story.
No, my dad would have so done it, but.
Oh, you think so? Because there was like at least 10 other adults around when this was going on, and my dad was the only that that had tried to attempt this.
That is even more embarrassing. Just like I can imagine. What was your mom there?
No, she wasn't.
Damn, if she would have been there, she would ask for a divorce, Randall. I bet you.
He scared the children, like legitimately. We all thought he was dead for a good 10 seconds. Because, like, for us, he just went over the other side of the hill. The dude with the camera, who was my uncle, he got a good shot of it. Like, he got the whole trajectory. So he saw that he was all right. So that's why the cameraman's laughing. While the rest of us are all screaming, like, oh my God. Like, we all legitimately thought he went over and was gone.
Oh, That would have been really bad. I'm glad he lived through all of that and he was okay at the end.
We got a great clip out of it, which that's
Yeah.
really the important thing.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if you would have gotten like $1 million for it though instead of 200.
His health and safety, that's one thing, but to really
Money's
be
another.
featured on TV, yeah, and get that $200 check for his dumb move, that's everything. That's
Yeah,
everything right there.
He's just
You can't.
exploiting your dad for money.
If he's listening to this still, he's gonna be so pissed.
He's gonna disown you as his son, I bet you. Like, he's not gonna consider you part of the family anymore. I'm sorry, Randall. You're not part of the family anymore. He that's complete. Like, he just completely cuts off contact from you. Never speaks to you again.
Hey, I'll still have the clip, so I'll still have my joys. I'll still have that relationship with that clip.
Yeah, for sure. You really will. You really will. And Randall, well, I guess let's head back to the questions again. So the next question that I had for you here is, so I read in your about section that you decided to actually start making proper content this year, like early this year. And I was wondering, like, why'd you wait so long to start making actual proper content?
Oh man, why did I wait so long? I beat my head over it because I could have started this years ago.
That's true.
I guess the simple truth to that is I was just super focused on my band for the longest time. Um, that's pretty much it. I would say like my whole creative output was just like doing music, doing music, doing music. So at this point in my life, 2018, I was just like, it's time for me to branch out. Like the music got fairly popular. It got to a level of success I was happy with,
Right.
but I was just ready to move forward, just do other things. And I guess I was just looking at what people were doing on YouTube, and I think I was always more of a video guy than a music guy in a way. Like when I was younger, I was always making videos and films. And then I went into music for a while, and that's what I've mainly spent my time with. But now I'm transitioning back into video, so it's 27 years too late, I guess, but
Yeah, the background music you use in your videos, that's from your band, right? Because I think at the end card of your videos, you always put like music by I forgot your band name already. Dark Color?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one. And yeah, you're absolutely right. All the music on the channel, that's all me. Sometimes my roommate, sometimes other musicians I've collaborated with. But yeah, for the most part, and that was another mission with the channel, was try to get more exposure. I guess in a large way, like I've been a part of my local scene for so long, and I'm just tired of it. Like there's not a lot of ways to move up anymore. I guess I plateaued a little bit in the local scene. So for me, it was, how do I branch out from local and do things that could maybe spread a little more universally? And I've
Right.
always been such a huge gamer, and I've always thought gaming lacks a lot of voices. So that's what I went after. I was like, I love gaming. And another thing I'm leaving out, I actually did used to write for some gaming publications,
Oh,
like
nice.
Adventure Gamers. I don't know if you ever heard of that. They used to be really big at one point. They're not so big anymore.
No, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I used to be a writer for them, and I wrote for this cultural magazine called Pop Boutique, and I was like their gamer writer. And that's actually, if you watch the what's the name of that video? Creepiest Easter eggs in children's games, or most shocking Easter eggs in children games, or something like that. At
Mm-hmm.
the end of that, I do an interview with this developer about the Easter egg, and that's actually from the interview that I did for this article for Pop Boutique when I was writing for them.
Right.
But that site went under.
Right.
A
Rest
lot
in
of these
peace.
sites I write for, they went under, but they actually bought my article. Like this other publication bought that article and they own that article. Um, but I cite other article quotes all the time. So I was like, why not cite my own? This is a good story that never got exposure. And the people that bought it, they changed the whole website. I think it's like a travel website now, yet they still got my article on there. So it's like nobody's reading that thing. I did all this research to figure out that California speed Easter egg. And I even was trying to talk to the Easter egg hunter because he did a little thing about California speed. And I was like, hey, I figured out that California speed Easter egg. Like, we should do a video on this or something. But he never replied. Maybe he never got that message somehow. But that for me, it was an easy transition for me to see the content that was on YouTube, kind of where I was at in my life, my interests and everything. That made me think, all right, let's take some of these stories I did in the past. I used to be a critic for games and stuff. Let's do like some rank videos and again, like that show X Play that I used to write or watch with Adam Sessler, like on G4. Are you familiar with G4 at all?
No, I'm really not.
Yeah, G4. Or are you in US or are you in UK?
No, I live in the USA.
Okay, you live in US. So it was a cable network. I want to say from like 2000 to 2006, and it was all about video
Yeah,
games. Yeah,
I
and it
mean, I was, yeah,
you were a pretty young guy. You were a
yeah,
pretty young guy.
yeah,
But that really impacted me as a kid because there was like no video game TV shows, no video game anything on TV at that point. So when G4 hit the US market, it was actually Canadian at first, but when it came to US, I was just obsessed. Like every week, I had to watch every episode of X Play, and if you were to go watch that show, you would see a lot of similarities to what I'm doing now. Like they had a segment called like weird obscure games, something like that. And it was a lot shorter than the videos I would do. They would only focus on like one every episode. But it was such a great segment. I found out so many cool things from that. And just been watching YouTube lately and everybody's kind of forgotten G4 and what they were doing over there. I've just been thinking like we got to get something like G4 back. They were doing like really awesome kind of pieces, video pieces,
right.
video journalism. Actually, do you know Jeff Knightley?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He hosted the Video Game Awards this year, and that's like his thing. I think he started that whole thing, and he hosts E3 a couple times, but he too came from the whole X Play G4 circuit, and he's awesome. He's a big inspiration. Like he's really the only video game journalist I feel, video journalist, where he's making these great video pieces about games and he's really doing the research and he's really examining them. He's really dissecting it. But he's not a YouTube guy, he's on a whole nother level. So I just feel like I want to bring some of that kind of video journalism to YouTube
Right.
because there is people doing that. I kind of feel like Boundary Break is a little bit like video video game journalism a little bit, and that was kind of an inspiration a little bit, finding new things and really investigating them and trying to discover them. And then who is it? Is it Proto John? I think who did the Superman 64 video. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm getting that right before I start saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to attribute that to the wrong. Yeah, it's Proto John. Yeah, he does. Have you seen it where it's a let's play of Superman 64 and it's just like 20 videos. I think it's still going. It's been going on for like 10 years now. And
Yeah,
he just
sorry. I'm really not familiar with many of these things.
well, he like he'll interview developers and stuff while he's doing these videos, but he takes forever to do these videos. I think he does like one a year.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And it's really cool. Like he'll be playing like a part of Superman 64 that's really long and tedious and it's taking so long, so he'll just switch over to a review of the Game Boy Color version and he'll just do like a little mini review of that. So
Right.
he was doing a lot of really cool stuff where I was like that's the kind of YouTube content I like. That's the kind of thing that always interests me. So it's just been, multiple things that I've taken in the last year or so that really made me think, this is my time. I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to try to curate kind of what I want to see on YouTube and try to do it myself.
Your time to shine, Randall.
That's what it is.
Yeah?
I mean, I guess in another way, at my job for the home service, we were running a podcast for a little bit, which we cut out, but he was running out of guests, so he had me come on a couple of times. And that was the first time I really found my own voice, like in front of a mic, just talking. And right away, when I started doing that, he was like, I don't know if I want to talk with you anymore because your voice is so much stronger than mine. I was like, oh, okay. So then he kicked me off the show.
Damn.
And
An asshole.
so then, yeah, well, it's his show. I understand. I guess I was overshadowing a little bit. He ended it anyway.
Rest
He
in
wasn't.
peace.
Yeah, he wasn't super into it. But that's kind of where I found a little bit of my own voice as far as being in front of a mic and kind of the way I wanted to talk on YouTube and kind of get my humor in there a little bit.
Right. And before you made the kind of content you make now, what did you make? I think you said you just like would randomly upload shit.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, I had a video once of the trailer of Blade Runner, which would repeat like 10 times, I think, but it was like all chopped up. It was all mixed together with crossfades, so it just looked like an endless video. And then I had like 10 minutes of just like a bunch of music and beats and remixes and all this stuff like interlaced with all that video footage, which got like 15 views for 3 years, I think. So
Rip.
I was just putting random stuff up there. And it was just really me just experimenting with video content. Never was intending for people to see that stuff. And it was still the
Right.
same way with my first video or two on the channel. Uh, it was really, I was just doing it at first to show it to my roommate to see if he thought it was cool so I could slowly try to develop it into something. But immediately it got like shared on Reddit and became a whole thing. And then I suddenly had to catch up to the audience because I had all these people telling me what they wanted to see and what I did wrong. I definitely got plenty of that about what I
Right.
did wrong.
Yeah.
Uh, so I quickly went out and bought a bunch of equipment and just started like buffing up my scripts, really focusing on content. I guess really it's the audience that came out of nowhere that's really driven the entire channel. Because if I didn't have anybody doing that, I would be putting up still probably one video every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I will be uploading this, Bob, something. Take care, man. See you later. Bye-bye. And what's with that name, Oddheader?
Wait, Bob, don't go.
Yeah, Bob's already left, I think. Bless him.
Oh, he said that Superman 64 is the longest running Let's Play of all time. I totally believe it. Totally believe it.
Yeah,
So yeah, Odd Header. That that came about from a few years ago when I was just thinking I need a new account. Like I was using Boneho Chain and all those kind of stupid things for a
those are
long
really epic
time.
names, though. I'll give it to you.
I got tired of people just asking me to explain that name, and I kept saying, "Oh, it's my 8-year-old martial arts character." I just sounded like such a weeb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I literally just was like searching for a name, and I just died through the files of my computer, and I came across a file that just said like dot odd header, and I had no idea what that meant or anything. I just thought it sounded catchy, and I think I started with the Twitter. I think I made the Twitter called out header, and then I made YouTube for it, and I was just uploading random game clips to it and stuff.
Right.
And I only found out this year with everybody asking me what it actually means, which odd header actually refers to a header on a document that's only on every odd page. So it's pretty it's pretty self-explanatory. It's right there.
Yeah.
But I never put that together.
Yeah, because when I looked up on, like,
Yeah, the results that you get.
yeah, I looked up odd header on Google and I saw that definition and I was like, oh, did he pick it because of that?
Yeah,
And
see,
then, yeah. I mean,
you see, I think that has only come up as a result, high in the results. I think because of my name. What is odd header? It was not like that before.
really,
It used to be a bunch of like how-tos about adding headers and stuff like that. So now that we actually have the Webopedia definition in the second result,
yeah.
I think that I partially have driven that.
Yeah, I mean, you've made that word relevant.
You literally would get like no good results for odd header before this year.
I mean, I never would have thought to look up the word odd header, so you know. I
I'm trying to think what that would even be used for. Or I guess if you had a document that where the header changes every page, you would want maybe an odd header so that maybe it said Sinclair Productions on page 1 and then it says prototype document page 2 and then it says Sinclair Productions on page 3 and then it says that over and over and over. I guess that's what it's used for. I could be wrong. Hopefully somebody one day schools me on this. I should bring on like a Microsoft technician or somebody and just have them explain in full detail every use of odd header.
What you should do is you should call Microsoft support, right?
Oh yeah.
And
it's true. I could just get with a technician and just start to ask them. It's like, this is what you're paid for, so explain to me what an odd header is.
Yeah, exactly. And just record yourself talking to him or her. Put him on speaker, and then that'll be a good video. That could be your 50K sub special.
I'll give you credit for it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, go for it. I mean, if you'd really want to do something like that, by all means, yeah. Just for your 50K sub special, call up Microsoft support and be like, "Hey, what's an odd header?"
That's gonna be a viral hit. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just such a silly idea for a 50K sub special. Like, I mean, Randall, I'm planning to eat Oreos dipped in water for my 3,000 subscriber special.
Really? I thought I saw
Yeah.
you talking about that somewhere. I didn't get what was going on with that.
Yeah, that was my last interview with Rusty. Go check that out if you haven't.
Nice
but
job.
Yeah, that was a good plug.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And I don't know, I think he mentioned that he DM'd a YouTuber that I talked to as well. A picture of a guy dipping an Oreo in water. And I told him to send that to me, and he did, and I thought it was amazing. And I told him, you know what, Rusty? I'll eat Oreos dipped in water for my 3,000 subscribers special. What do you think? He said he wouldn't watch that, but I personally think it's a genius idea. So I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too far away from that 3K, so,
That sounds... I think you're going to be disappointed. I guess that's all I got to say.
I got to show you the picture, Randall. Oh, here it is. All right. There you go.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Here's the picture for people who want to see it in chat. It's amazing, in my opinion. It's really cursed, but it's good, regardless.
Have you ever had a peanut butter and pickle sandwich?
No, that sounds awful, though.
It's awesome, I think is what you meant to say.
Oh, I don't know. That combination sounds really weird. Yeah.
It's dependent on whether or not you are a big fan of pickles.
I haven't tried pickles, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I've never tried a pickle in my life, I think.
Really? Are
Yeah.
you a vegetarian?
No.
So you've had burgers.
Well, I mean, like, just the bun and the meat, not really like anything else,
Right. I just would think
right?
like some point in your life you would have
Had a
accidentally
pickle?
at least had a burger with a pickle on it or something.
No, not really. Maybe I could, go buy some pickles and just eat them out of a jar.
That's what I do. That's what I used to
Oh,
do. Get the snackers. I mean, I haven't done this in years. I'm probably gonna lose all my subscribers just for saying this, but I used to drink pickle juice.
oh no.
Yeah,
You're a sad man, Randall. You're a sad
I know.
man.
I know. I'm talking like when I was like 13. But
Okay,
they actually say it is good for you.
really, it's
Um
healthy.
I forget what exactly it does, but people on the sidelines of sports drink it. Um I'm going to look up right now the benefits.
Yeah, I mean, if it's healthy, uh, you know,
It's
you,
because of all the sodium, which that's what I thought it was. It aids in helping with sweat. So,
oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah. So I'm not totally abnormal.
Yeah, I mean, still think you should delete your channel after telling me this, but that's fine.
I'm pretty much tarnished at this point. What is
You're,
Marmite? Never heard of Marmite.
oh God, Marmite. I think I had it once and it literally made me want to vomit. Or was that Vegemite? I don't remember. It was one of those two. It tasted like ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it genuinely made me incredibly nauseous. I don't remember if it was Marmite or Vegemite. It was one or the other, and it was
What is
terrible.
this? Yeast extract? What?
Which one, Vegemite or
No, Marmite.
Marmite? Yeah, it's made from yeast extract. Yeah,
Really? Huh.
I think
Extremely salty. Oh, I might actually like this.
I think my mom used this in like making some gingerbread cookies or some shit, and I genuinely made me so nauseous because it was so bad. I thought it was terrible. Oh, it's the same thing? Oh, then it's awful. I don't like it. Hello, Tikin. How are you? Yeah, no, it's shit. It's made me want to vomit. I never want to even lick something like that again.
It says it's really salty, which I really
Maybe
like.
that's why I didn't like it because it was.
I like anchovies for the same reason.
Then aren't those fishes?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I believe I'm allergic to seafood.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah.
Mm. That sucks, man. Seafood is awesome, but I can understand. It's
Yeah.
definitely the hardest food to prepare. Like
Yeah.
even if you're not allergic, it's still a risk when you're eating it. So
Oh yeah. Waffles or pancakes? I like both equally.
I prefer pancakes by a long shot.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I'd agree with that. I
Yeah,
just like them because they're softer. To be
exactly.
honest,
It's the texture.
yeah,
It's 100% the texture.
the waffles are harder. It's actually
See,
pronounced like tickin. Oh, I'm sorry, tickin. My
now we're
bad.
getting into the hard hitting questions.
I kn-
Waffles or pancakes.
I know
This is
these. This is
this
like
is
this is
rich
like
stuff.
Hillary or Trump. That kind of style of question.
This is where we divide the audience in half.
Yep. Miracle Whip or mayo? I don't like.
I actually like Miracle Whip. Mayo, I probably prefer mayo because it doesn't have the tanginess, so you can put it on more stuff. But
Hmm.
I do like the tanginess of Miracle Whip in certain scenarios. So there you go. That's my
Yeah,
take on Miracle Whip, everyone.
I've never had Miracle Whip, so I wouldn't know. But mayo, not a fan. Not a fan. And Randall, what's your profile picture?
That is me at
Looking
a
like a
art.
cutie?
Guess you could say that.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
But I'm at an art museum there.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Yeah, it looks really
yeah,
pretty, the background.
yeah. I'm just like standing in front of like some art installation. I really couldn't even tell you what the hell that thing is.
Yeah, I don't fucking know either.
The room was lit very purple. So that was cool. That's all natural lighting. I didn't have to mess with the effects. And that's really why I like that image. I just like the colors.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
really nice.
that's just some sort of like to the right of me, like some sort of fabric that's been like puffed up on the wall or something. It's cool.
Oh, okay. Welcome back, Bob. Nice to see you. And Randall, so the audio quality in your two first videos was really shit, and I think you mentioned that was because you used a laptop mic, a built-in laptop
Yes.
mic, and we all know how shitty those are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I did the same thing for my Minecraft Let's Play, Randall, so don't you worry.
Well, like literally as soon as the channel started to get some buzz, and I would say 80% of the comments were people complaining about the audio, I went down to Guitar Center and bought a new mixer and a new mic, new cable. I just did the whole thing up because I was like, I cannot have this many people going off on me every day. This is just not healthy for my psyche.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I got it like right off the bat. I got a couple of death threats, but
Oh my
they were
god,
yeah,
what the
but
fuck?
they actually were not for the audio. They were mainly people pissed off about my Tony Hawk rank.
Oh, wow, and you got death threats because of that? That's stupid.
I got at least 2 that I remember. And one was just like, I think I should kill you for ranking these games like this. And it was in all caps.
What the fuck?
And I'm just like, dude, like, come on, man.
What the
And then like
fuck?
seriously, the next one was like, you should seriously die. And I'm like, oh my god.
Well, at least you haven't gotten one where it's like it has your full name in it, your
I
city,
know.
and people telling you to like that they're gonna come to your house and kill you and throw you in a dumpster like it happened to me.
Oh wow, yeah, I know. I had a friend, very similar thing happened, so I'm very grateful that happened.
Yeah, no, like it's really fucked up. I don't know why someone would be so stupid to comment like what? Like you're just
Like
sad.
what could you have done that would egg that kind of response? Like why would they go so far out
Absolutely
of their way?
nothing.
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
it's just a troll, I guess.
I
Just
mean,
a troll.
if I did what Mr. Logan Paul did and filmed a dead body, fair enough, I guess.
Absolutely. Which how can he even go about his day to day? The amount of hate he must be getting thrown at him from every angle. You know what I mean? There's no way there's not a day that goes by without like at least 10 people telling him how dumb that was. But yet at the same time, I don't know if it's clicked in his head. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem to derailed him at all.
Yeah,
So
God knows. I mean, I don't think he really gives a shit.
he probably doesn't. I mean, he monetized his apology video, made a nice little penny from the whole.
Yeah, yeah, he's an ass wipe.
Well
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
Well
yeah.
said. We actually were thinking of banning his name from Discord, but that was more a joke.
Oh, well, I mean, that's not a bad decision.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I mean, like, I don't know who in your Discord would talk about Logan Paul, though. I mean, your fucking gaming channel.
Funny enough, he only comes up for like this exact thing that we're talking about right now.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He
Yeah.
deserves to be absolutely raped for that.
Oh, I don't know if I go that
Not
far.
like literally raped, I mean figuratively.
Right,
I'm not.
you mean just like the internet.
Yes, the internet raping him, not him, dropping the soap in the shower, and the rest is history. Yeah.
No, yeah, I wouldn't want that for anyone.
Yeah, no, of course not. I'm not advocating for someone to go out and rape Mr. Logan Paul. Yeah.
I wonder if this video is gonna get demonetized now.
I hope not. I hope not. I think not, because I've made rape jokes in some of my interviews and they haven't been demonetized.
Oh, really? Well, they put out a video like a month or 2 ago saying that they were gonna start demonetizing videos that weren't PG.
Well, I mean, it's fucked up, the monetization system. It sometimes will demonetize a video that has nothing wrong with it.
Right. I
So,
had
you
that
know.
happen to me at my work with the chimney thing. Like we had a video on bricks or something, and they were like, "This is inappropriate," you know.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god.
how do you figure? How do you figure?
Wow,
It's
yeah,
literally
that's
brick.
definitely inappropriate. That's a no-no, but a dead body in a suicide forest, that's a yes, yes.
Right.
Let's
I
monetize
don't
that.
understand where they pick and choose the line.
I don't know, they're mental. I think Susan Wazowski has a genuine problem. Mental. But you know,
That's the
it's
CEO, right?
yeah, I just like to call her Susan Wazowski, like Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc.
That's the second Monsters Inc. reference we've done.
Yeah, I mean, you just really seem to be into that movie. Rightfully so, because it was a good Disney movie.
I like most all things Pixar.
Really.
I'm trying
I
to think of a Pixar movie I didn't like.
did you watch Cars 2?
Oh no, I didn't see Cars 2. I had no intent
Oh.
to see Cars 2.
Oh, that one was so shit. That one was genuine. Like, oh, do not go watch Cars 2. If you haven't seen it, do not watch that movie. That was so bad.
I just turned on a fan. That's not loud, is it? Can you hear that?
No, I can't, man. We're good.
Because I'm sweating up a storm in here.
That's totally fine. That's understandable. I have
I'm in
my
my
AC
storm
on
mode.
though.
I'll probably need to grab some pickle juice.
Dump it on yourself.
It helps with sweat, apparently. So
Yeah. Yeah, that would be convenient in this situation.
make as many Monsters Inc. references as possible.
Yeah, we've made like 2 already. I think
I
that's good
guess-
enough.
Yeah, I guess if they come up, we'll do it.
I'll
Don't
try
watch
to make
Cars
a
2 or 3. They made a third one.
Oh my god, the third one I didn't see. I didn't see the third one, but I've heard it's better than the second one, Bob. You can vouch for that if you'd like. The
I'm
first
sure
one
that's
the first one
accurate.
was alright. It was fine. Nothing too special. I never really liked Cars a lot though, to be honest.
It wasn't my favorite of the Pixar.
I
really
mean,
I like Monsters Inc. a lot actually. I think that's one of the funniest ones.
that one's good, yeah. University was good too, Monsters University.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I mean, the most recent Pixar movie that I saw was The Incredibles 2.
That was great. Did you
And
like it?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I would have liked the Underminer to be the villain though.
Oh, really? I mean,
The little mole fucker. Yeah, I would have liked him to be the
he was
villain.
in there. Yeah,
He-
I guess. Well, the video game from what
Oh my god, the rise of the Underminer. Yeah, the game.
yeah, the video game like covers the whole thing.
Yeah, but I mean, they could have made that into the movie or like made a different movie, but with him as the villain. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Because I thought he was a cool villain, like a silly villain. You know?
what's
Small.
funny is the one character sounded exactly like the villain from the first movie. So I thought the
Syndrome.
whole time that was it Syndrome? Was that his name?
Yeah, the little ginger boy bitch.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna make a comeback the whole time in this movie. I was
No.
waiting for it. Yeah,
No.
but they didn't. So.
I didn't think so. I was waiting for the Underminer to be villain, but nope, it was just some lesbian girl. I'm just saying she looks like one. I'm not actually saying she is one. I'm not homophobic for anyone listening. I really don't care if she's a lesbian or not, even though that's not disclosed in the movie. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. They just show the Underminer at the beginning robbing a bank. He punches Mr. Incredible in the face and then he fucks off forever. Like that's it for that little midget. Like bless
Yeah, it
his
was
heart.
just a little opening segment.
Yeah, I mean I thought it was cool and all, but they should have made him the main villain, to be honest. Or they should make a third movie and make him the villain, so my man Underminer can finally get some respect.
We only have to wait another 10 years.
14 is what we waited.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Wow,
it was
does
14.
not feel that old.
Yeah,
Wow,
I mean
that's crazy.
I was 2 years old when the first one came out. Probably because he was voiced by John Ratzenberger. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him. But I know he's the one that voices the Underminer.
That's the same guy that does like the pig, I think, in Toy Story. I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
I think he's in all of their movies. I think.
Yeah, he's Ham, the pig. Yeah.
Yeah, which
Oh.
I can't believe they're making a fourth Toy Story.
Oh yeah, that should be good. It's coming out in 2019.
Yeah, but 3 was a great ending. So that's how I feel.
That's true. That is
They could
true,
have just
yeah.
left it at 3. Like, why ruin a good ending? And I don't understand why they're doing Lion King remake. I kind of talked about this in my server. And
they're doing what? Sorry, man, you cut out?
Oh, a Lion King remake?
Oh yeah, aren't they doing like a live action?
Yeah. That's not necessary.
Yeah, that really isn't. I mean, to be honest with you, I've never seen the full Lion King movie.
What? All right, this chat's over.
Okay, goodbye, Randall.
You've never seen all of Lion King?
No, I've seen bits and pieces of the movie, but I've never seen the full movie. No.
Wow. That's insane, man. That's one of my top 5 films.
I should be terribly ashamed of myself for that, shouldn't I?
Very much so. Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Lion King, man. I mean, I'm just trying to like process that right now that you haven't seen that.
Yeah, I've sinned. I
mean, if you were to ask me, and not a ton of people are gonna agree with me on this, but I think that's like the best Disney movie. Period.
Well, from all the Disney movies I've seen, I don't know if I have a favorite one, but my favorite franchise of Disney movies has got to be Toy Story.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, no, actually,
I almost put Toy Story in a separate category though. You know, Pixar's like a different level.
No, I actually would say I do have a favorite one, Finding Nemo, for sure.
Oh yeah, Finding Nemo was great.
That was
What'd you think of
movie.
Finding Dory?
I went to watch it with like 2 of my friends. I thought it was alright, but it does not beat Finding Nemo, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah. Fucking Finding Nemo wins by a long run. So yeah, but I mean, good movie regardless. Finding Dory was a good movie regardless. It wasn't a shitty sequel like Cars 2.
Yeah, I actually liked it because it was like something totally different. You know what I mean?
Right.
It could have just been Nemo got lost again and we were, trying to find him. Instead, it was a totally different story. Yeah, I enjoyed it for that reason.
Oh no, I think that would have been stupid to like make it the same story again, though.
Well, in a way, The Incredibles 2, it followed a very similar structure to the first Incredibles. Like,
well, I mean,
we knew who was going to get betrayed, and we knew like who was actually behind the scenes pulling the strings. Like, it had a lot of those cliches.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like in the sequel, like you've got Mr. Incredible being the one who does all like the housework and shit. And then the Elastigirl is out and about doing the superhero work. When in the first movie, I'm pretty sure they're all working as a team together.
Yeah, you're right. The stay-at-home dad stuff was really funny. That was really good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it was ironic that I watched it with my dad too, because I don't know why. Like, my dad is like one of those dads that's like of the mentality that the woman should do like the housework, and then the like father figure should be the one out providing for the family and all that.
Was he mad when he watched the movie? Like, did he shut it off? This is not how it should be.
No. He was not mad. No. But yeah, I mean, it was just kind of funny that I watched it with him. I just thought it was like really ironic. All right, then Randall, I've got like 4 more questions for you here, and then that'll be it. So, You decided to remake your Easter eggs that got people fired video. Why'd you decide to remake it, and what 2 Easter eggs did you add to the remake?
Well, we definitely have touched upon a large reason, which is the audio.
Yep. I
When
mean,
the
I didn't
video,
see the original, so I would assume
you
you
didn't
got...
see the original? Yeah,
No.
when the that was the video that had the most complaints about audio.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Which when I uploaded that video, I actually did use a different mic. I didn't use my laptop mic, but then it turned out that the mic I was using was filled with dust. So, being the moron I was like, "Oh, well, this mic is still better than using the laptop." So I thought I could fix it in post, and
Right.
I thought I did a pretty decent job. I'm just throwing that out there. For all
Mm-hmm.
the haters, I was like, I did pretty good. You guys didn't hear that audio before I edited it. Like, it was dismal. Like, it was absolutely terrible. And I used all these filters and all these effects to try to get it to sound like it would be decent. And instead, what ended up happening is everybody was just like, why are there effects and filters on your voice? This makes no sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was kind of stupid that I did that. They weren't super subtle. There was just like 2 seconds of the whole video where it was like super noticeable, but everybody had to make a comment. There was this one comment. There was one comment that was pretty popular. I think I got like a 1,000 likes, and it was the dude. He was like, "This is how to record audio like this," and he's like, "Step 1, go underwater. Step 2." He's like, buy a toaster and try to record with the toaster. Step 3. It's just like, oh my God, it was not that bad.
Suicide joke.
So yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I deleted that. Yeah, basically telling me to kill myself. So
Yep.
I deleted that. Well, I didn't delete it actually. I made it private because there was so many comments. There was like 5,000 comments or something, and
Fuck
so many
me.
people giving me examples to use and stuff. And that video actually hit like it was at like 300,000 when I took it down, and
Nice.
I don't think the new one's even there yet. I think it's a bit underneath it, but it was like my top video, and it was like flying according to the numbers. So I was just like, it's now or never. I gotta take this thing down and fix this thing up.
Yeah.
So I did it while I still had the chance, I felt. And the Easter eggs that I added came from the The first one was a really good example, and it was the Amiga Commodore, which that was the one you've seen the video, I think, where they altered the interface so that it would basically say, "We made the Amiga and we fucked it up." Which,
Mm-hmm.
sorry for the swear, but that's what it said, guys. So
Yeah. No, I don't really care.
right. So so that one was great because I never heard of that. That happened in like 92, and there really was not a lot of information about it. I was very grateful that guy commented about it, because then I was able to like dig it up and look it up, and I was like, wow, this is actually probably the best example of this period, because it shut down an entire branch. So not only did it get people fired, it got like freaking 4,000 people fired, this Easter egg. So that was like a gold mine jackpot example that he gave me.
Right.
The other example that I used was the show de Mio, which which is a big discussion. We talk about this one a lot. He said in the comment that in show de Mio, it's first copies of one of these versions of this game, and that's something I think should be more clear about this example that I don't think a lot of people realize. He says it's in one of the versions of this game. There's like 20 versions of this game. So I get a lot of people that are like, oh, I have that game and it's not in there. And it's like, well, you have that game of like 100 other versions. So that doesn't really tell me anything. But he said in that there was a question that a developer slipped in there that said, "What is the size of my cock?" Huge, enormous, immense. Um, so he said
It'd be
that. He said,
enormous for me.
"I have to go with all the above, right?" So,
Mm.
no, I'm playing.
Yeah.
My size wasn't listed. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. But anyway.
So are you implying that you've got a micro dick or something?
No, I don't want to imply that at all because people are just gonna run with that. I'm gonna end up I'm gonna be like the next Mike Matei, which I don't want to mention that any further.
All right.
But so basically, they said this guy said that he put that egg in there and then it got deleted. Well, I have a lot of different responses to this example. Most people are telling me it's horseshit, and I tend to believe that it is, because it is just some rando who commented on my YouTube, and people mess with me all the time. I've gotten plenty of examples where I was just like, okay, dude. You know what I mean? Like, somebody told me that in Tony Hawk games that you can see a dude getting oral sex in this bathroom stall. Uh,
Yikes.
yeah, and he told me the exact instructions. They were extremely elaborate instructions. And I was just like, dude, why did you waste your energy writing any of this out? Like, from the very first line, I can tell you're making this up. But I've had many people say it's BS, but then I've had a number of other people say that they have heard of that. And I have one dude who's messaged me that said he was able to find multiple references in blogs of people talking about this show Demio Easter egg. But he said they're not blogs to take serious. Like, he can't tell if you're able to validate it or not. So that's truly a mystery. I feel that Easter egg. I have no real direction on whether or not it's real or not. And it's something I really hope to solve one day with the channel. It's unfortunately probably going to be not true, but I'm going to try to be optimistic. Maybe we'll find something. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
we've we figured out some things. Like I just put up the unsolved mysteries video, and I've immediately gotten some theories that I think check out pretty well. Like for the Jet Set Radio Future one, I talk about in Jet Set Radio Future, there's this clock, and you only if you speed run this one level and you get there at this exact time, and it's really hard to do. If you get there under 2 minutes, you can see this clock do this animation, and it's this really elaborate animation, and then it stops and it never does it again, and you have to restart the whole level if you're ever going to see this. So I always thought that was really weird, but I have a number of people who theorize that what it actually is that that clock is supposed to animate at the top of like every 10 minutes, but the animation has actually glitched so that it only triggers one time, and then the repeats are glitched out, which is apparently a common error with game animations. So it's like, okay, that's a pretty good theory. I believe. So I'm happy that we're getting to the bottom of some of these things. I still don't really think that explains it fully, because too it's too coincidental that the level takes exactly 2 minutes to get through at top speed, and right when you get to that position in that moment, the clock does that animation. It's almost a little too coordinated, it seems. It really does seem like it's a little reward for you to speed run this level. So in
Right.
my opinion, I still think it could be some sort of form of cut content that somehow slipped into the game, but it's never been confirmed. Uh, I think we got some good theories though. I also kind of regret making that video. Not really, but it's pretty much given a bunch of people on the internet a platform to try to explain to me uh, their theories on these mysteries while being very condescending about it. So that's kind of what that whole video is kind of filled up with in comments already. Is just people trying to be like, "You're such a dumbass, dude. Like, this is clearly this." I'm like, "Okay, all right." I was just trying to open up a discussion, But even so, I don't think any of those mysteries are actually solved. I have a lot of people telling me like, "Oh, that's not a mystery. That's clearly figured out." I don't think so. Like the Silent Hill one. Everybody's like, "That's not a mystery." Like, it's very clear that they use the school as a reference point for the game. And I'm like,
Right.
"Well, nobody's ever confirmed that. Nobody's ever commented on that. Nobody validated that. Nobody's done the research that's shown that." And the building in the game is a hospital. So why would they be referencing the school? And plus, the mystery goes a lot deeper than that. The female cop character in Silent Hill is essentially the same female cop in Kindergarten Cop. The main character looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And there's many other narrative elements. I mean, there's a whole list. There's some people that really go down the rabbit hole with it. So for people to just rub it off completely, to be like, no, it's solved. There's no more need to talk about it. It's like, even so, it's intriguing, it's interesting, and there's still a lot of questions. Like, even if it was used as a reference point, why Kindergarten Cop? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
It's just, this is Silent Hill. So I don't know. And there's a few of those like that. There's another one in the Maniac Mansion, and many people are convinced that that's an anti-privacy thing because the PC version had a very similar puzzle that was an anti-privacy thing. But that doesn't make any sense to have it in that game. And if it's and a lot of people are like, well, it's a leftover artifact. It's like, well, a leftover artifact would be left in the same room where it originally was. Like they moved it from the fourth floor all the way to like the basement, and they put it in a random pixel all the way off in the screen. Like you can't tell me that's just a leftover. Like that's such a leap from what the original puzzle was. Like you have to move the cursor. So yeah, I mean, but I have a lot of people that are like, no, I figured this out. It's a leftover thing. And I'll even be like, well, I'll say what I just said. And they'll still be like, nah, I'm not buying it. I'm like, all right, well, you know, I guess I'm not going to convince you any further on this. So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And Randall, next question for you here is, so you use a variety of clips in your videos, and I was just wondering how many of those clips that you actually use are your own? Hey, MLG sound effects, what's up? That's a pretty epic username, by the way. Is that you, A Lamau? Is that your second channel, A Lamau? I think it is you, but I'm not too sure.
who, me?
No, he's a guy that
Oh,
tunes into my streams a lot and my videos.
gotcha.
Yeah, I was just asking him if that's his alt account, because I think that is, but I could be wrong. All right, yeah, but
What was the question? Sorry.
oh yeah, sorry. It was how many of the clips that you use in your own
Oh,
videos are your own? Yeah.
It is right now.
No. Oh,
It
okay.
it
You're new. All
varies.
right.
It varies. It absolutely varies the video. Like I would say for the 100 secrets Tony Hawk, that was like 95% my own clips. You know what I mean? 5% of those were maybe somebody else's. And that's really just like if it's going to be a glitch where there's no conceivable way for me to film that thing within a month's time, then I'm going to have to find find it elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
like for the hidden dialogue video, there was one in Knights of the Old Republic with an alternate dialogue. And I had that game, so I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll capture it." But then it was like you had to beat the whole game all the way through and then play it again to that moment to get the dialogue. And that's like a 50-hour game, and I don't have any game saves anymore. So I was like, there's no chance of me capturing this thing myself. You know what I mean? So but when I do have the opportunity to do it, like with the Tony Hawk stuff, Tony Hawk's great. You can just boot up any level and you're in there and you can just go to the spot, no limits. You know, you don't have to progress super far to get there. But for that, I was like, I'll just go buy all those games at my local game store and I'll just capture all that a couple weeks time. And like the last video for the very first clip of Halo, I actually did originally use somebody else's clip as a reference point of how I wanted to film that switch out in the middle of the water. But then over time, I went and I got the Halo game and the got to the point, and then I captured it just like how that guy did, but I totally like made it my own and I put some own variants in there. I would say
Right.
it's roughly about 50-50. Um just because it totally depends. Like again, like the arcade video where I actually went to the arcades and I filmed all those games, that was again like that was like 100% my footage. No, that it was 90%. I used two clips that I couldn't get.
Okay.
And that's another thing cuz I went to the arcade and I'm like full on trying to do these eggs right there and then for the camera make it 100% my own, and some of them just didn't work because they were patched out from an earlier version, or the game cabinet had been altered in some way and it just wasn't the right game, like that happened with the NBA Jam. So yeah, sometimes it's just like there's no way that it can be captured originally. Like you have to find somebody else's document of that Easter egg in order for me to talk about it or feature it. And another thing is I'm not going to put anything in the videos unless there is footage of it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I mean, if there's not, I do the GIF thing where you just see a bunch of GIFs while I'm talking about what happened with the story. But that's only if the piece of information, the tidbit, is a story, like it has a backstory, like the Easter eggs that got people fired. Like you wouldn't have just wanted to see the Easter egg, you would have wanted to know the whole backstory of how that happened. So, and that's when I got my roommate and we filmed a couple of clips of each other, like acting some of that stuff out,
Hmm.
which I find that really fun. I want to try to implement more of that in the videos as I go on, but still, since resources are pretty limited at this point, and I'm still trying to grow the channel and everything, I'm trying to do the best I can of implementing original footage and footage from others. And fortunately, everybody I've used so far has been really great and helpful about the footage, and usually super excited to be in the videos, which I
Right.
think is great. I feel like that's something I'm bringing a little bit to this, is these guys that do these glitches and these accomplishments in these games, these discoveries, like they're doing it for no one. You know, I find these clips that are on their YouTube from like 2006 that got like 20 views, and I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, this thing is freaking awesome. Like this is perfect. So I'll put it in the video, and then that person's freaking thrilled because now it's exposed to tons of people. In a way, that's kind of what I wanted to do, because I used to be on High Impact Halo and I was doing these Halo videos and glitches and stuff as a kid. And there was another site that they opened up called the Trick Archive, I think, and it was glitches for every game. And I thought
Right.
that was such a brilliant website where we could finally like document and, you know, catalog all of these Easter eggs and glitches in all of these games and have videos for them. And I thought that was such a brilliant website. And that website seriously lasted like 4 or 5 months before it went under, just
Rip.
because not enough people were contributing. But I always thought about that. I always wanted a platform to feature other glitchers and other, you know, egg finders, because there's so many people out there just finding cool stuff in games and they have nobody to show it to. You know, they're just showing it to their buddies or some friends. And that's a big part of what I want to do. You know, I want to take the gamer community and like showcase it in a way. You know what I mean? I want to
Yeah.
make more videos like top 10 uh, you know, crazy accomplishments in video games, and just really feature people that do amazing things in games.
Right. For sure. The gamer community, that sounded really epic.
Gamers rise up.
Yes. Yes. Rise up, gamers. Rise up. We
That's
shall be.
essentially my channel. You know, it's Gamers Rise Up. I'm just kidding.
Yep. I've only got one last question for you here, Randall, and then that'll be it for the interview. So, for the rest of the year with your channel, do you plan on doing any new and different things?
Yeah, I mean, I have a whole bunch of ideas, a whole lot of things I'm gonna try to attempt. What's funny is, I mean, like YouTube has been delaying my channel in terms of things like monetization, that kind of stuff. So that kind of like, I had this idea to do that arcade video like well in the distance. Like I was like, oh, it would be cool if one day, I said it to my roommate, it'd be cool if one day we went to an arcade and we filmed a bunch of eggs and stuff. And then with the channel being such a hiatus, I was like, I don't want to just do a bunch of videos that I know are going to perform well, because you know, I'm missing out on those videos at this point with where I'm at with YouTube. So I was like, hell, let's do it. Let's go to the arcade and let's just try doing some unique content. So actually, the last few videos have been like my more unique video ideas, stuff I was going to save for later, like the hidden dialogues and the arcade, um, the Tony Hawk secrets. Yet those videos have taken off well better than I ever expected them to. So now it's kind of put me in this position where it's like I got to think of more unique content. Like I want to do another thing like where I went to the arcade and I actually filmed it. And that's a very hard thing for me to think of what list video, what kind of content would actually drive me to a real life location where I could bring my camera and I can actually film those things. And the only one I have right now that I've been thinking about is real life Easter eggs, where I actually go to like one of them that I know is like a Lexus car has a bunch of Easter eggs in the car, like on the dashboard. So I would love to like, find a Lexus somewhere. And I mean, my buddy's a valet driver, so I'm sure we could get a hold of one. But
Yeah.
get in the Lexus and show some of those eggs. I know there's like some architectural Easter eggs out there. Um, I don't know how interesting those would be, but I know like in some of those like churches that look like cathedrals, like the Notre Dame, and they have like gargoyles. Like there's some of those buildings have like Easter egg gargoyles where like there'll be like Darth Vader hidden up there and stuff. And I
Right.
would love to, yeah, I would love to film something like that. Um, I am going to be doing a lot more of the kind of stuff I've been doing. With the 100 Things video with Tony Hawk, that was super popular. And that was another video when I did it. Again, I said to my roommate, I was not sure if I'll ever be able to do another video like this again because it's 100 really cool things in these games. I don't know of any other game series that has this much cool stuff. But I'm getting so many requests from people to do more 100 things style videos, 150, 20. I am going to try to do more of that. I think Halo is going to end up being the next one that I attempt like that because I actually got back together with a lot of my Halo buddies from back when I was 14 just through the channel. And
Nice.
yeah, it's been pretty cool. They've been showing me a lot of stuff that I haven't seen in years, and they're giving me a lot of good ideas for what would be cool for another video. So yeah, I think that would be really awesome. Um, they all want it to be a really long video like the Tony Hawk one too. But the thing with Halo compared to Tony Hawk is you have to explain a lot more of what's going on when you're watching it. Because with Tony Hawk, I can just like skate up to some crazy thing out of bounds and be like, "What the hell's that thing?" And it's fully communicated. If
Yeah.
I show you a Halo thing, I now have to explain you step after step and what's going on here. It's like, oh, they're using the standby glitch in order to get into this area of the carrier station, which is blocked off from this cutscene, which you have to move over here. So it's going to be a challenge in how to present that content that's not like super information heavy that where people are just getting lost. You know what I mean? I have to strictly show clips where people are like, "Whoa, whoa, what the hell happened there?"
Right.
Which isn't really a big challenge to do with Halo. I think we've all seen some things in Halo that's just like, "Wow, what?" Like the giant Master Chief that I showed in the Out of Bounds Discovery. That was a big shocker for me as a kid. That scared the hell out of me. And it's funny that that's apparently a very common thing. Like I had never seen a giant character pop up in the sky because of a glitch. And a lot of people have explained to me in the comments that there's many games where you can do that. I guess it's been pretty well done in like Quake and Doom and Half-Life, where all you do is if you're to glitch into the skybox, then you're now projected into the sky. And I guess it's done in Half-Life, but I'm not really sure how they're capturing that. I guess they could use a free cam, put themselves in the skybox, and then use a free cam to capture it. I've never seen it though. I would love to see a video clip of like a giant headless Gordon Freeman in the sky, because apparently it's been done. Yeah, and then in Quake, I guess people have definitely proven that one. I think I have seen some images of that where people get like enemies into the skybox, and then you got like a giant enemy dude in the sky, but he can't see you, so he's just standing there like a goofball. So yeah, I mean, I got, and another thing I want to try to break into too is more review stuff, which that's kind of where I originally started the channel and kind of where I want to get back into again. Like when I did the 100, or I did the every Tony Hawk game ranked, that was like a review video. That was just me kind of critiquing the series and getting my voice out there. And then I thought, a review channel isn't just sustainable on its own. Like people aren't just going to start tuning into some guy talking about games. Like I had to start amping up the content, and that's when I was like, all right, how about glitch videos? How about shocking things? But now that I'm kind of building the channel up where it does have a bit of a built-in audience, I might try to break back into some of those review videos, like series rank videos. But that's only if people are interested in it, which I guess that's why I'm voicing it now. Pique people's interest, see if they care. I would like to go back into series rank. I was thinking about doing Silent Hill, maybe ranking every Silent Hill game, and doing that around October for the holidays.
Yeah, for Halloween.
And there's one idea I have for a date that's coming up soon, but I don't know if I want to spoil it. But you could probably guess the date that I'm thinking of because it's coming right up.
No, I don't think I can, Randall.
Let's just say it's in September.
Yeah,
So,
it's not clicking with me, but
well, it's something you're not supposed to forget, but that's all right. We'll just move on.
oh, 9/11.
Yeah, I have a concept for that, but I know that's such a touchy subject.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it definitely is. But look, I'll just tell you the idea. There are a bunch of games that got censored for 9/11, and a bunch of modders have reversed the censorship. And I think it will be a really interesting video to show all of the ways that censorship got reversed.
Yeah, that would be pretty epic.
I think it would be interesting, right? I know the subject matter is like a no-go. You shouldn't touch it. But
Yeah.
I do think that would be a really cool video because I feel like I could approach it in a respectful way if I really did it right. And that's going to be the challenge of whether or not I can do this. And I might save it for another year.
Yeah.
But it's a really interesting subject. I've seen a lot of really interesting mods involving 9/11 censorship.
Right. Yeah.
So, throwing it out there, I know Sigma gave me an old man, so maybe it's not something to touch.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a touchy subject, so
Very, very touchy subject, but I got a lot of really good content about it.
Yeah, you just got to be careful.
I got 11 examples.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Which ties right into 9/11.
Yeah, I think people would just like be so mad if you did that.
They would, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just have to figure out. Oh, he says give it a whirl. I'll see how I can work it in. It might not be the full theme of the video. Work it into another video about stuff that got censored over real life disaster. You know what I mean? I'll figure something out.
Yeah, I'm sure you got it, Rand. You got it. Yeah. But I mean,
I try not to go over the line. So it's just a matter of finding that balance.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll do fine. Randall.
You're gonna see me in Drama Alert here soon.
Yep. Yeah, Keemstar will just fucking annihilate you.
Yeah.
Your career's over.
They're gonna be like, first we had Logan Paul doing this dead body. Now we have this dude over here doing 9/11 Easter.
You're not relevant enough for Drama Alert, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. That.
Yeah. Yeah, but Randall, I mean, if you're done with your answer there, that's it for the interview, man.
I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I have any more of that.
Yeah, sounds like an epic plan. Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. been a great time.
Yeah,
Really
of
enjoyed
course.
it.
No problem. I'm glad you did. I did as well. This was a very fucking long interview. So to anyone who stayed for the whole interview, I genuinely applaud you. This is nearly a 2-hour interview.
Is it really? Oh man, I lost track.
An hour 52 is what we're at right now.
Is this one of your longest?
Yeah, Robert Tucker saying, looking at your videos, I think this was the longest interview. Yeah, no, definitely. It was.
Oh man.
It was.
I hope
It absolutely
that's
was.
a good thing. Oh, you have one that was 150.
Oh, okay. All right, then this one's a little bit over. Yeah. Michael, I'm sorry, I can't get to your question. I don't want to extend the runtime anymore. This is too long at this point.
I'll do it rapid speed. What was the question?
Fortnite or PUBG?
I haven't played either, so I can't.
There you go. There's your answer, Michael.
There's your great grand answer.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Sigma. And yeah, like I said, to anyone who stayed for the whole interview, I genuinely applaud you. Thank you so much for staying for the whole interview. I really appreciate it. But that's it. If you have enjoyed this interview, you can go ahead and drop me a like, drop me a sub. Anything you could do to help would be appreciated. Otherwise, I'll see you next one. Take care, and goodbye.